2, and 1.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Converted Podcast, the podcast about the guild on Airy Peak Convert to Raid. With you as always is Salmisis the Shaman, Belschnickel the Priest,
And Cuddles the Brewmaster.
It's about to get real.
And welcome to episode 94. Wow. Of the Converted Podcast, the podcast for the Convert to Raid Guild on Airy Peak, US. Today is December 5, and we would like to thank you for tuning in to our show. I am Cuddles, and with me this evening is the wonderful and lovely Salmisis, who appears to be growing a beard, and Belschnickel.
What up?
What's up, guys?
We've got a man show tonight, man. This is all men up in here, man. We got Navox, dude. Yo, it's so good to have you on the show, man.
Yeah,
It
has been good. I wonder if I should do Sal. Like, should I
do Sal,
Sal's
man? Like, do the
portion?
Sal thing, because
All
it'd
right,
be missing if it didn't happen.
Gotcha. So, in this episode, we have Gizmo from Lords of the Storm and Convert to Raid podcast. We welcome me, Navox, back into the fold. Now I see. Turrets is here with the guild haps, and Sal is away, and the boys will play. She did all these show notes, and we are just reading them word for word.
I got to give Sal some props, though. Like, Sal's, like, on the other side of the world right now.
Yeah.
And she was thinking about us tonight. You know what I'm saying? Like, getting these show notes done. So I gotta give some props and some love to Sal, man, because she could have been doing other things. You know, she'd be like, hey, listen, you guys are on your own. Figure it out. You know what I mean?
See, I look
props
at
to
it
Sal.
more as Sal has abandoned us in favor of another activity. I really don't, I think it was kind of selfish. We have this commitment, this thing that we do together as a team, and Sal chose to leave and go do something else. I just want to point that out.
You had some nerve too, because I've never missed an episode, and I know that you've never missed one either, Cuds. Actually, you probably haven't missed an episode.
I don't know.
I've missed.
I think I have, because Nav has come on and Nav has come on in my spot, and that all the names are wrong. This is the thing.
This
is Navox.
It's a show.
This is Sal.
It's fine. That's great. Leave it.
I'm doing things.
Leave it.
it's-
It's a
it's-
thing. It's perfect.
They've happened. They've happened.
You realize, though,
guys,
Sal is the one that actually keeps us on task. So
Yeah.
tonight should be very interesting.
Yeah.
I don't know how this is going to go tonight, guys. I really don't know. It can be crazy. It may make no sense. We'll find out.
there will be a wreck. There'll be trains involved. It'll be great. So chat room guys, can you do us a favor and tweet us your converted shout outs, and we will read them at the end of the show. You can tweet those to @converted_CTR. You know how to do the things. Do them on the things and the places. So Nav, where the hell have you been?
Oh man. So yeah, I've been busy doing raiding like I said I was not going to do. So yeah, so I've been raiding with the same group of guys since I started in CTR, and I think I might have mentioned this on another show before, but basically we're doing this alt raid group where we go through and just clear on heroic, and we don't even touch mythic. Like, mythic is not even a thing. We do mythic dungeons, but we don't do mythic raids. And it has been a lot more. It's been a lot more fun, I think, for all of us, because we're not at each other's throats. We're not angry at one another. We actually try to kill the healers during the raid and things like. It's fun. We have one healer, Qualinol, and it's funny. Like, during the raid, the first boss in Emerald Nightmare of the Dragon. So what we do is, towards the end of the fight, when the dragon's really low and you're supposed to drop your puddles away from everybody, we're like, let's get Qual. So that we spin the dragon around and try to dump all of the bad stuff on him and try to kill him. So that's become a fun thing.
So you're having a good time, though.
I am having a great time. Yeah. Like, Kara, have you guys raided Kara at all yet? Have you guys done that dungeon?
Dude, I'm so behind on everything World of
Why are
Warcraft.
you behind, Bell?
Oh man, let's see. Where do I begin? Well, I resubbed into WoW about a month and a half ago. I hadn't been playing
I
for
remember that.
yes, and I was jazzed up, man. I was feeling pretty good. And it took me about 2 weeks or so to kind of even get halfway through level 100, just because of
Okay.
time, just being busy. And honestly, like I hate the leveling process of the game. Like the reason I play WoW is to raid, like end game stuff, raiding or dungeons and that kind of thing, max level stuff. I hate questing. I hate doing it.
Okay.
So I was in there, about almost a month into the subscription, and I was still like maybe three-quarters of the way through level 100. I'm questing around, dude, and I'm not having any fun, bro. I'm walking around like these areas. I'm killing stuff. I'm bringing this back and collecting this. And I'm just like, you know what? I am not having fun right now. I've played this game for a total of about an hour and a half since I've had the in the last month. Dude, I rage unsubbed.
What?
I rage unsubbed. The first person I talked to was Sal. She was like, "What's the deal, man?" And I was like, I just, I just wasn't feeling it for a while. And I was like, you know what? Why am I going to sit here and fake the funk, right? And play something that I'm like not having fun playing right now, because I wish I could just get right up to 110 and play with my friends. None of my friends are at 100. You know what I'm saying?
Okay,
So
look. I was coming on the show tonight because Sal, for one, said, "Hey, can you come sit in on the show?" And I thought, two, I need a healer for a dungeon team. Like I have a whole team put together that we go and do mythic dungeons, and I'm like, I'm gonna get Bell to do it with us because we're close to the same time schedule, and you got to be in bed like close to the same time I do, and we're not, we don't stay up late and do this stuff. We
No,
cut it
no.
off early, but. Man, I was gonna come on
this
here.
is
and
the
be like,
crazy thing, right? This is the crazy thing, and this is where it just kind of gets kind of schnickly, right? After the last episode, right? Whenever we have a show and I'm talking to you guys and talking to people in the chat room, I get kind of jazzed up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So after the show, the first thing I did is log back into game. I played for a little bit, but I had already unsubbed. I could easily just go back and resub, but I haven't had the time to even play since the last episode. So I'm currently unsubbed. I'm not against resubbing, but I just wasn't having fun, and I rage unsubbed because I hate questing, and I just,
I know what could help you not rage unsub, and it'll cost less money in the long run. Get a 6-month subscription, then download Khan's Legion and run that add-on and just stick to the main storyline and level up to 110.
What's this Khan's Legion? What is this?
So Khan's Legion is an add-on, and what it does is it is a oh god, like my brain just shut off with every single major navigation system. Like I was trying to think of like all the nav systems that are out there, but basically it just says, hey, you've got 2 quests over here, go pick them up. Then once you pick them up, they're like, okay, dummy, now run over there and go do the 2 quests and then hand them in. Okay. It'll even automatically hand the quests in for you. Really? And so it basically keeps you on track of the main storyline. Mm-hmm. And that's what I'm using to level up all my alts. Like I had the worst time leveling up my main tune. Like it was so slow for me. It just felt like, oh my God, this is so slow. What happened was I was getting into a zone and I started out in High Mountain, which was a huge mistake. I loved it, huge mistake. But I finished out every single quest in that zone without going to other zones. And the trick to leveling is don't do that. Like stick to the main storyline and then jump zones and then go to the next, stay on the main storyline, keep going through everything. And eventually you'll be 110 really short. So when I did that on my alt, it took me almost, half the time to level. I'd say even a third of the time to level. It wasn't very long or hard or anything like that. Mm-hmm. With that add-on Khan's Legion,
I'll look into it, man.
I'm not getting paid by Khan's Legion, but you should download Khan's Legion.
What kind of made it difficult too is like I want to be playing Diablo, I want to be playing Heroes, I want to be playing Overwatch, and I have it's like I have only a certain amount of time to play. I got you. And I'm like, it's like I don't have hours a day to play. I might have an hour. You know what I mean? So I'm not against getting back in it, but I just tell you that one day, man, I was walking around questing, and I'm like, why am I doing this? I hate doing this. I want to raid and do dungeons, and it's not happening. And I was like, whatever. I don't know. It was one of those days. I just had a schnickel meltdown, apparently. But it is what it is, man. Like, it is what it is. But I've been playing a little bit of D3. I got back in the season.
Okay.
I've been playing some Overwatch. I even did the whole Nexus challenge for Heroes, and we got Giz on here later to talk about some Heroes, man. But that Nexus challenge is legit. If you haven't done it yet, do it, man. They give you tons of free stuff. You get some skins. You get some characters. It's a must do. Even if you don't play the game, just do it. It's worth doing. Have you guys done that?
No.
Wow. Cuddles. No. Wow.
I think as of the last show, I had played one game. Reminded myself how much I disliked heroes, and I have not logged back into heroes.
You get like 4 or 5 free hero characters. You get like a skin for Genji. You get an icon. You get some. It's fantastic.
You get some cool stuff, but I looked at the stuff versus the time that it would take me to get the said stuff. And I don't like a Genji skin. But you really want me on your Overwatch team playing Genji?
Never.
Like, really, bro? No.
But dude, really, you can do it against the AI. Like, you really go in there, you can just face roll the AI on easy.
But do I have to have
bang
a friend?
it out? Huh?
Do I have
dude,
to have
you got
a friend?
friends?
No,
you make friends. No, you literally go in there and you say, hey, we're gonna face roll AI. Somebody says, hey, let's do it. Join up in our game. When you join the game, you become friends with them, like, instantly, like fake friends, not real friends. Like, hey, like, whatever, let's play together, friends for a little bit. You know, we're gonna do this for a little while, but we're not friends later on, kind of friends. And you just, you go in there, you do it, and then when the thing's done, you guys instantly unfriendship each other, and that's the end of it. Like, you don't have to stay friends, but you're friends. It's a convenience thing.
So now I have to have an awkward conversation about starting a fake relationship with a stranger. Then
not
I have
even
to play
awkward,
games
man.
with said stranger for several.
You do have to play with them.
Then
yes.
I have to have this weird like closure conversation
no closure.
with them about what's
you
going
hit
on.
it and split it, man. You just bounce.
Said, hit it, quit it,
bro.
and get
I
on
can't, I can't break up with the text message. I can't do that, bro.
No, you don't have to even send a
can't
message.
do
You
that.
just disappear. Like,
I can't
boom,
do that. That's
gone.
dirty. That's dirty. Cuds don't play that.
You log off, check your battle tag ID. It's that simple.
It's all changed.
Dude, look, listen. Do it before it's over, man. If you want, I'll even do it with you, man. You know, I'll even do it with you. Wow.
That may get me into it. That may get me into it.
You know, but it was cool, man. So I've been doing some of that and just working a bunch. So, but you know, I'm not against getting back into some WoW action. But I don't know that night for whatever reason, man. I don't know. Whatever. It is what it is. What about you, Cuddles, man? What have you been doing, man? You're always doing something fun, man. What have you been up to?
So I've been. I got back with my raid team. I've now raided 2 weeks in a row with the Rubber Chicken Coalition.
Okay.
We're face rolling through the Emerald Nightmare, I guess the first thing, and then we're working on what is it, TOV?
Yep.
We're working on that. Working on Guarm right now. I say we in like a very colloquial sense, a very broad definition of the word. I'm mostly just dying a lot. I'm still under geared. I haven't been taking the time to do the things that I need to. Haven't really had the time. Twitch is keeping me super busy. Doing stuff with Stack Up's keeping me super busy, and I'm doing some rideshare driving, which again, it's all just like Bill said. I have like maybe like an hour or two to jump in and out of WoW, and I'm getting more productive. I'm getting better with it, and I don't know. I'm enjoying Legion. I knew that I was going to be less hardcore this expansion. I didn't know I was going to be this casual though, and it kind of it bugs me. I want to, but that's a dangerous and slippery slope. Because like, oh well, I'll just play a little bit more, and then maybe I'll just join a Mythic 5-man team. Then, whoa, crap! I have to raid heroic, don't I? I'll embarrass myself and try out for Convert to Mythic one more time.
That's how it is, though, man.
It is. WoW just sucks you in a very, very good way.
Yep.
But I'm having fun doing a little bit of playing right now and really enjoying myself. So I think, guys, this is a wonderful and magical part of the show where we bring in our special guest. He hails from Lords of the Storm and a little podcast entitled Convert to Raid. If any of you in the audience may have heard of that one. I don't know. It's a very small, like, niche podcast. Not very many people listen.
It's niche.
Yeah, it's kitschy, is what it is. It's kind of like a hippie thing. Kids are doing it these days. They're wearing tight pants and top hats on that show.
And if I'm not mistaken, this will be the first show with a full Florida cast.
Oh, let's see if we can get the wonderful, the incredible Gizmo Zord in here.
I love some Giz. Oh, yes, man. Dude. You were looking so fly tonight, dude. Like that. Okay, I saw this background that he's got going on. And if you guys aren't watching the YouTube or not here tonight, this guy's got the craziest background going now. It looks so hot that I'm almost ready to shut off the lights in the room here. It's just shame and embarrassment right now, dude. You look good, man.
I appreciate
and your background
that.
looks fly, baby.
I couldn't decide between, because I play all things Blizzard and stuff, so I have a Heroes background, I have a World of Warcraft background, and I was like, you know what? Let's throw some games on there that I play. I went to Google real quick, literally right before the show, and was like, all right, let's get that one. That looks good, and bam, we have it.
That's it. Is that easy, man?
Stuck the landing. It's that easy.
Oh man, you even got like the mic coming out of like Illidan or whatever. It just dude, the thing like just oh man.
That is.
Well, welcome to the show, man.
That's awesome.
Thank you. Dude, I'm super stoked to be here, guys. As myself this time, and not the Shah, which was way back when.
Oh my God, that's right.
Second.
That's right. and nobody. I remember that because. Yeah. Okay.
Wait, you're the Shah?
Yeah, I was the Shah, and that was my very first podcast experience.
Remember you had the mask on?
Yeah, I did. I had the mask on.
Why am I
did it for my
finding
little
out,
MacBook Pro.
like in December of 2016, that you're the Shah?
Oh, you had to have known. I could have sworn I told you at some point, because I came out eventually.
How did I miss that?
You don't remember that? And I also think he was poking fun at, I think it was Dunlock at the time. And Dunlock
it was the Shah of Dunlock. It was
Shah
on
Dunlock?
Twitter at Fake Dunlock.
The Shah of Dunlock, dude.
Yeah.
And he was actually, Dunlock was getting tilted too. He was like, I don't know who this is.
Yeah. Well, it's funny because I did it for like a week, just kind of poking fun. And then Devlin, who's in chat, actually got that account banned.
Yeah, because you were on Twitter, man. Like you were doing it up.
Yeah. And so I came out to a few people. I told him, I told some of the people that were getting upset. I never meant for that to happen. And then I came on as the Shah for the round table on Internet Trolls.
Yes.
So it was very interesting.
I thought that whoever that was just vanished, man. Like, I really did not know that there was any kind of resolution to that.
Yeah.
Holy cow, man. That was some funny stuff, man. Oh, wow.
So it all comes back around. I am now on the first podcast I was ever on again.
Awesome.
Well, and dude, now you have your own podcast, man. Like, well, first of all, tell everybody who doesn't know about the Giz, man. Like, give us some background stuff, man. Like, let people know what the deal is.
Oh man, so I'm a gamer. I've been playing games since, I guess, the first game that officially turned me into a gamer would be Final Fantasy VII. But of course, from there, I hopped right into the Blizzard games. I was really young. Started playing World of Warcraft because my older brother did. I had like 40 alts that maybe max leveled at 15 at that time back in vanilla. And then Cataclysm is when I started kind of taking it more serious and started raiding. Unfortunately, when Mists of Pandaria came out, my guild fell apart and I almost left the game. But I started listening to podcasts, and I started listening to Convert to Raid and The Instance, and that kind of saved me. I was like, you know what? I'm going to transfer over to Airy Peak. I did it, never looked back, and now I'm just a Blizzard gamer.
Isn't it
That's
so
awesome.
crazy how like so many people have like such a similar story? Like I was in a guild, my raid team died. I listened to it's like the same thing. Like that's how we all ended up in this community. It's crazy.
Yeah,
it was fake.
I love it. The community is awesome. Everyone's been fantastic, and it's wouldn't have it any other way.
Awesome, man. Woo-hoo. Now you have a podcast. You know, like let's talk about your podcast a little bit because some people might not know that you're kind of dibbling and dabbling in the old Heroes, man. Right? That's your deal, right? That's your main thing, or what? Yes.
So, Lords of the Storm, my Heroes of the Storm podcast is me and my co-host Multizord and TBK Zord. The Zord Lords, hence the Lord of the Storm. But we all got in, and a bunch of the other Zords got into Heroes of the Storm, like in the first wave that came out way back in the alpha. At the time, I hated MOBAs. I had tried League. I had tried Dota. I sucked at them. But something about this pulled me in. I knew who all the heroes were. I was super excited that I got to play, all these just amazing characters from all the Blizzard games. and it stuck with me. And from that point, I had guested on a few podcasts, and we had talked about heroes all the time. And you're like, you know what? Let's try this. None of us know what we're doing, but we're gonna, get on Mumble, record in a really terrible way that you should never record a podcast, and just talk about some heroes. And we did that, and it kind of took off. And the heroes community has been awesome. The podcasting community has been amazing. And from there, it's given me the opportunity to come and join Convert to Raid, which is, again, the first podcast I ever listened to. And it's just been an awesome growing experience, and, trying to improve every week, and just along for the ride. It's been amazing.
That's awesome.
So heroes. I'm gonna be selfish, and I just want to ask you some heroes questions, because I haven't been quiet about the fact that I just don't like it.
It's okay. It's not for everyone.
And I want to.
We want you to.
So here's my question: as somebody that wants to like the game, I want to like it. How do I? What would you say to somebody that just said exactly that? I really want to like this game, but for some reason I'm not enjoying it. How do I have fun, Giz?
What is it that you don't like about it? What's the main thing you don't like?
I suck at it.
Okay. So the number one tip that we went over a long time ago, and then we actually just had Jay Howe on last week, and I went over this again, for new players, is the best way to enjoy the game is to know the game. And that's a very hard thing to do, but you can do it if you want with the free hero rotation. You don't have to buy all the heroes. The number one tip I have: play each hero up to level 5, even if you hate them. Just push through it, play them to level 5. That gets you not only free gold and experience, but it lets you learn the ins and outs of that hero, not only how to play them, but also kind of give you some tips and tricks on how to counter them as well. So that is the number one thing in the game, is recognizing a hero and knowing what to do and what not to do when you see them. And it can be a little daunting at first, especially now because there's so many heroes and there's only going to be more. But really, that's the number one thing for a new player to get in there to do. Just play them to level 5, and not only do you learn those, but then eventually, you'll come across heroes or roles that you really like and really dig, and those are the heroes you can spend that gold on to buy, and kind of main those. And then when a new hero comes out, learn the ins and outs of that hero as well.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
See, that's what I've been doing wrong. I just stick with one character, and that's what I've been doing wrong. It's like I picked Thrall, and I went with Thrall, and every time I roll, I just pick Thrall, and I got him leveled up, got all of his skins, and then I'm just like, oh, I'm not really liking this game much anymore.
Yeah, and
you guys playing with friends though too. Like, I think it makes a big, like, going in there and solo.
It does
queuing
make a big difference.
Makes a huge difference
with
than if you're playing with at least one other person that that you can talk to. Even if everyone else is doing their own thing, if you're playing with at least one person, I think that makes a huge difference.
Mm-hmm. And it's there's nothing wrong with having a main character that you love to play, but the problem that you will run into with that is, while you may be good at that hero, I'm sure you've experienced this, Navix. You come across a hero in game that you maybe haven't encountered as much, and just don't know what to do get them. You don't know their abilities.
You just get owned.
Yeah, and you get wrecked. So yeah, playing with friends is really key. And thankfully, the Lords of the Storm community has been amazing and grown a bunch. So there's always a ton of people to play with there. And then we try and do games every once in a while to kind of switch it up. Like for this last weekend, yesterday actually, we had our 5th Lords of the Lane tournament, which is a 2v2 tournament.
Nice.
Not a game mode
nice.
that's actually in the game, but we play it on the Lost Caverns and get it going. It's super interesting. It changes things up completely. You see talents and heroes that you would never see picked in a 5v5.
That's pretty cool.
And it's super easy to, grab one other person and sign up for, a team up for 2v2s. And it's so there's a ton of different things you can do in that game. Even if you never enjoy playing the 5v5s, they have the brawls now. You can do some ARAMs with friends and customs. So definitely suggest trying it out.
See, I'm out here looking at the heroes site, and I'm just like, oh, look, Varian's out here. I'll go pick Varian, and I'll start playing Varian.
It's so fun.
Is he?
Yeah.
That's good.
He's their first multi-spec or multi-role hero. So at level 10, he has 3 ultimates that turn him into either a protection warrior, a fury warrior, or a arms warrior.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's really cool.
Even Cuddles looks intrigued.
I am kind of interested in this.
Yeah,
but is he really OP right now, or is it just like, because I've seen it in the past where they've put tunes out, made them OP, where people are like, I'm gonna go play this character, and then they're just like, oh, we're gonna dial it back now that you bought it.
It's they never try and release a hero to be super strong. It kind of went to where, they had several releases in a row where they would come out and they were at like 60% win rate, which is ridiculous. And then they went to heroes that were like 30%. And Varian actually came out, and I was expecting him to be really overpowered, but I think when he launched, his win rate was sitting right at like 47, 48%, which, 50 is the mark they want to hit. So that's pretty good. And he feels super overpowered, especially if you go his Fury build right now. But interestingly enough, the HGC qualifiers have been going on, and this last weekend was the first time he would have been playable, and he wasn't picked at all or banned because, just in the competitive scene, there's too many counters and stuff to him right now. They don't feel. Granted, they also haven't had a bunch of time to practice him, so we may see him later on. But he's not in too bad of a spot right now. He got some minor tweaks and some balance patches that are coming out this week. But it'll be interesting to see him once he gets in competitive play.
Awesome.
What do you think of the Blizzard, the BlizzCon stuff, the Overwatch, not the Overwatch, the Hero stuff at BlizzCon?
Amazing. So yeah, they announced Varian and Ragnaros, which is coming out probably next weekend. He'll be in the PTR this week, I believe. And the global championships were amazing. That is where I have been pretty much the past 3 BlizzCons during the convention, is trying to find a good seat there. And it was awesome. I mean, don't get me wrong, last year was great too, but just every team has stepped their game up so much. It was so much more mechanically sound. The team fights were amazing. The boss fight on Warhead Junction in the finals was the most crazy 30 seconds I've ever seen in my entire life in Heroes.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and it was just really good. And I'm super excited for their new format going into 2017. So it should be really good for the scene.
Yeah, did the rag announcement and them talking about becoming like a raid boss and all that stuff like in the game. I mean, I don't know how that's gonna work yet. I haven't done any research on how that's mechanically gonna look or be, but just the way they hyped it up, like only Blizzard knows how to do. Dude, I was just freaking out during the announcement of that. That sounds so good.
They nailed it. It's the artwork for him and his abilities is the best looking stuff in the game right now. As far as his trait and kind of the whole raid boss thing, you can actually become a tower, or not a tower, a fort or a keep. And even if you destroy an enemy fort or keep, you can take the place of where that was. It's for probably 15 seconds ish, give or take. But it gives you a new set of abilities, and it looks amazing. So we'll see how he is when he comes out. I feel like he might be a little bit over on the overpowered side.
He better be, dude. It's Rag, man.
Yeah, I know.
I'm just happy he doesn't have legs.
Rag without even trying it first. I'm just gonna buy him.
I'm glad they went with the elemental and not the Firelands. Hey, Ragnaros has legs. It's like, oh no.
And it's kind of funny because he is going to be one of the bigger models in the game. But that's one of the things, like, how do you make Ragnaros, who's such a large character, fit into Heroes? And as a joke, so one of his skins is the baby Ragnaros skin, which is the pet from WoW,
Nice.
which is going to be awesome as well.
Oh.
You getting hype yet, Cuds? You getting hype?
I will say, okay, so I watched that. I didn't have a ticket day one of BlizzCon, and I watched the opening ceremonies and that announcement in the Airbnb I was staying at. And I may or may not have been running around an empty Airbnb, like, screaming when I found out that I could play Rags. And I totally forgot about that. And, okay, I'm back in. I'm playing Heroes again. I'm sorry.
Do it.
Yes.
Gizmo has converted me. It is official.
That's my job.
Now, we've been talking a lot about Heroes, but what about WoW? Are you raiding right now? What's going on with your World of Warcraft life?
Yes, so I'm raiding with Convert to Mythic, which I have nothing to do with their trials or recruitment, so just putting that out there. But yeah, it's been a little rough lately. So I have been suffering some PC issues for 2 weeks now. I blue screened 2 weeks ago. Thought I had fixed that. Everything's fine except for when I try and play a game now. I don't blue screen, but my computer crashes. So I've been having to sit out a little bit. And unfortunately, when you're on a Mythic progression team, being out for a couple weeks can put you pretty far behind. And a lot of things people don't think about, like when you podcast, especially multiple podcasts, there's a lot of time that goes into that and researching. And that's one thing I never even thought about before I started podcasting, is how limited my game time would actually be with work and real life and other stuff. So that's also made it super hard. So I'm not, at this point, I'm kind of flex player, I guess. I'm in there for our heroic progression, and then once Mythic comes out, I may be in for a few bosses. But typically during the progression, I'll kind of sit out and watch, and then once we get a few bosses on farm, I'll hop back in. But the guy's been super flexible. The team has been amazing this expansion. The rating is amazing this expansion. The bosses have been fun. So I'm still getting in there, but right now I gotta figure out how I can actually get in there without my computer crashing. So
I don't know if I missed it, man. What do you main? Like, what are you playing game?
So I switched it up this expansion. Since vanilla, I had been playing Hunter. And this expansion, I changed it up and went Fire Mage.
Ooh.
Oh wow.
So yeah, which is
it's strong.
Yeah, and it's funny because I kind of switched it up because I just got sick of playing Hunter and studying Hunter, to the point that you have to be on a Mythic team. And even though that they changed everything up, I was just kind of sick of it. So I switched to Fire Mage. And honestly, Fire Mage feels a ton like Hunter did last expansion. A lot of mobility, pretty simple rotation. I mean, you got to be on top of it. If you mess stuff up, your DPS is going to suffer heavily. So it's kind of weird. But there's going to be some changes coming into some abilities and stuff. I think Fire Mage is going to get pretty impacted on play style for the changes they've been making in PTR. But we'll wait and see on that. But I've been having a blast with it, and it's nice to just have that different flavor. Even though I miss my wolf, my trusty companion Bernard, my dire wolf that's been by my side through thick and thin. He's not too happy with me right now. He's been sitting in his crate.
No. Okay, I gotta ask you, because that was something I changed mains for this expansion. Do you have any like head canon over what your Hunter and Bernard are doing right now? Or are they just like, is it just I'm not playing them? Or is there like my Cuddles is out in Pandaria opening an artisanal cheese shop with Lore Walker Cho? Like that's what Cuddles is doing.
Okay, I can do this. Let's see. So Gizmo had he had done everything that he needed to do. He took he saved Orgrimmar. He took down Archimonde, and while he is still able to raid, he's got a few years left in him. Bernard, not so much. He's a dog, and he's been around for 10 years since vanilla. So he just decided to, take this expansion, and they went back to Mists of Pandaria, the beautiful lands of mists, and they're giving Bernard one last, hurrah through the wonderful, beautiful lands.
Wow, that's so sweet.
He may be back next expansion. And there might be some breeding going on down there to have a Bernard Jr., of course.
Right. Wow.
We'll see.
Well done.
That's very nice, man. Like, there's no kangaroos out there, right? No kangaroos.
Oh, dude, that video. If you guys haven't seen that, there's a video on Facebook. I saw it this morning when I first woke up. It's legit. A kangaroo has a dog in a headlock. The guy walks over and slaps this thing in the face.
Dude,
and I thought it was fake because I was half asleep. And then I saw it again when I got home from work. And no, that is real. A dude slaps a wild kangaroo.
Dude, he gives him like a right hook, man. He's like, "Whoa, my back!" And the kangaroo kind of looks at him like, oh no, you didn't, dude.
He's
No,
like,
you didn't. You didn't do that. And then he kind of like starts walking away, and the kangaroo's like, what? And then he turns back. Kangaroo's like, all right, I'm out.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, like I thought, dude, how funny would it have been though if they had actually started like to throw down though? Like,
Yeah.
the kangaroo comes over and let's do this, homie. Let's do this.
It looked like it was about to kill him. Like Spanx and Panderriere, like I need to see a Snapchat of one of you slapping a kangaroo, please. Not really.
Get hurt.
No, don't get
No, dude,
like a baby
will mess
kangaroo,
you up
maybe.
though.
Maybe a wallaby.
kangaroo
And I
will
don't-
mess you up, man. Don't get crazy.
Yeah, yeah. And I don't want people going around slapping animals. I love animals, but he was saving his dog, and it was just it's the craziest thing.
That kangaroo, to be fair, had it coming. That was a sassy
No.
kangaroo.
The kangaroo even like kind of like did this little foot thing where it was trying to like scratch up on the thing. Like the kangaroo was trying to get his, So, I mean, he had to do what he had to do. But yeah, I thought it was fake the first time I saw it too, man. I was like, come on, I had to watch it again.
Australia, I love you. I love you.
Holy and Straya. You guys are beautiful.
So you got any shout outs, man? Dude, we could talk to you for hours, man. Like, you got anything you want to get off your chest, man, before we let you go?
Man, I guess just again, appreciate you guys having me on. I've been wanting to come back on here. Really appreciate what you guys do for the guild. But just a huge shout out to the guild itself and Convert to Raid, because again, I probably wouldn't be playing Blizzard games if it wasn't for Convert to Raid, and I'm blessed and thrilled to have the opportunity to be on that show now. It's amazing every week with Pat and the crew. So thank you guys so much. And again, the guild, you guys are awesome. You guys make this community, period. And just keep doing what y'all are doing.
Good stuff, man. Dude, it was good seeing you at BlizzCon too, man. I know we didn't get to talk as much as I would have liked, but it was good. It's always good to see you there, man, at the con.
For sure. Especially, I mean, the past couple years, it gets more and more hectic every year with responsibilities that stack on, but it's always good, especially at the Well Played party, to kind of be able to meet up with everyone and take a breather and see people you haven't seen in a while. So
yeah, no doubt. And your podcast, man, one more time. I got to get back into the podcasting, man. What's the name of your show again for people who want to get in there? For
the Heroes of the Storm podcast, it is Lords of the Storm. That is Wednesdays on Twitch at 9 p.m. Central at twitch.tv/Lords of the Storm. And you can find that on Twitter at Lords of the Storm.
Perfect, man. Good stuff.
Woo.
Yeah.
Giz, thank you so much.
Yeah, absolutely. Anytime, guys. Anytime.
Have a great night, man.
You too.
Peace out.
Bye. All right.
Yo, man, I like Giz, man. That's a cool cat, man. He's just a cool dude. If you ever see him at one of these BlizzCons, man, make sure you say hi to that dude. He's really nice. Really nice guy.
Yeah, Gizmo is like, he was one of the first, like, I don't even remember meeting Gizmo, but somehow I met Gizmo like through podcasting, and he's just he's awesome and incredible and amazing. And I look up to what he does in a very big way. He's an awesome podcaster. So now you know what time it is.
It's time for tea.
Time for tea. What's up,
Hey,
T?
Not
Hey.
much. How are you?
We're doing good, man. It feels like I haven't seen you like in a couple months, man. Everything okay? You doing all right?
I know. Yeah, good. No, last time I was sick and I had a job interview the next day, so I was like, I could stay up late or I could get some sleep.
No,
Still
man, it's
didn't
real
get
life.
the job,
You know?
but that's okay.
Hey, this is your job right now, T.
I know.
You know what I'm saying?
I know.
We care about you.
I still have a great job, so it's okay. But yeah, and then we had BlizzCon and that threw our whole schedule off, so it's been forever.
Yeah.
It's been a long time.
So what's good? What you
Well,
got?
as far as events go, we do have a couple things happening. The first one is on the 17th at 6 p.m. server. We're going to have an ICC run, but the twist on it is wear your ugliest sweater, or your ugliest, I guess, kind of transmog, kind of
Nice.
a tribute to the
Nice.
ugly sweater party. So that's going to be a lot of fun. And then we're just gearing up for the anniversary. 4 years coming
4
at
years.
you. It's going to
Wow.
be a week-long celebration. For those of you who haven't participated or are new to the guild, just kind of a quick rundown. We do a week celebration just so we can try to get an event that everyone can participate in. It's going to start Sunday, January 15th, and it'll go through Sunday, January 22nd. Our actual anniversary is the 20th, which is a Friday this year. During that week, we have, in the past, had pet battle tournaments. We've had transmog competitions. We'll do it for the Alliance. We'll do that on the last Sunday for sure. I am right now working on getting the CTR crew involved in something. We'll see how that works out. So we might have the CTR podcast crew doing something for us. What else have we done? Scavenger hunts. With Mythic Plus, I'm working with some people to try and get Mythic Plus extravaganza to get you to run through some of those dungeons, kind of get more familiar with them. And of course, we have our free raffle where everyone signs up and gets a prize. Right now, if you want to help, donations is what I'm looking for. Prizes in the past, we've had pets, we've had mounts, gear, gold. People have donated real items, so we've had like game time, things from the store as far as pets and stuff goes. Last year, I think we had some things from BlizzCon. People donated. They just got extra stuff and was like, here you go. So whatever you want to donate, I will take it. I'm not picky. And I'll make it into a prize. So it's exciting. It's going to be 4 years, guys.
Can't believe that, man. I cannot believe it's been that long. That's crazy.
Still
going strong, too.
Yeah, it is going strong.
It's amazing. And then otherwise, as far as events goes outside of the anniversary, I will be doing another raid recruitment event. I'm going to wait until after the holidays to do that. We might line it up right before the anniversary. So if you're a raid team, you're recruiting, let's get through the craziness that the holiday season brings, and then we'll hit it again to try and get you guys some recruits. If you have ideas for events, let me know. I'm always looking for ideas. And you will see me starting to poke around looking for new event planners. I know a couple of people showed interest, and we kind of lost contact. My fault usually, but I'll be getting back in touch with you so we can get staff on board. It's going to be exciting.
Cool.
2017 is going to be big.
Woo. If only your current event planners would plan events. That would be incredible.
Yeah, Cuddles.
Me. Not talking about anybody else. The rest of you are all awesome.
This expansion took a while, I think, for people to get into. Like, I haven't finished Suramar yet. I'm still lacking on reputation. Like, I have just enough to do the World Crest. It took longer than WoD to get into the expansion. Mm-hmm. So,
yeah,
I don't fault any of you.
Well, T, thank you as always. Do you have any shout outs? Do you want to do it's the holiday season. Do you have shout outs?
Shout out to my event staff for being so awesome during this, because I've been sending you tons of messages. Pat, Crane, and Jules, as we're kind of switching things up in the guild, they've been great about answering my questions and helping me see what I need, which you guys will find out more about that soon. And then just to the guild, I've been spamming in guild chat. We've had people donate stuff already that has been amazing. So thank you so much for those who have donated. And like always, I usually get a ton of stuff within the next couple of weeks. So for those of you who will donate, thank you so much. So that's it. Quick and easy today.
You look nice tonight, by the way. You've got the hat going on, the green lipstick. I mean, it's very festive here tonight. It is.
I thought this was our last episode before Christmas. I'm off by time. I'm like, oh well, I'm already dressed up, so.
No, it's very nice.
It better next time.
Good stuff.
Woo! Right on. Yes. Well, thank you so much, T. We will see you in a couple of weeks.
2 weeks. Bye, guys.
Take care, T.
See you, T.
Good stuff.
Oh, yeah. Always fun seeing T. Always fun seeing T. So guess what, guys? It is that time, that magical, that wonderful, that inspiring moment where we read your shout-outs from the chat room. So, guys, get those shout room chat-outs in. And, Nav, why don't you go ahead and read the shout-outs that we have over on the Tweeter machine?
Absolutely. We've got Tank giving a shout out to my main man Gizmo. That's how he wrote it, so that's how I said it.
Wow.
And that is it for the Twitter shout outs.
Woohoo!
Guys,
going strong on the Twitter machine, guys.
I'm with the Twitter machine. That's right.
I respect your desire for me to actually get to bed tonight. Thank you, Twitter. I do have one that came in over Twitter from the lovely and wonderful Miss Dev. She would like to send a warm and heartfelt shout out to a special person that is one of the good guys, that is helpful, that is just always fun to be around, and is making her warcrafting experience even better with each and every interaction. So big shout out from Dev going out to Hollow Shine. And guys, do we have any wonderful shout outs in the chat room? Shout room chat outs? No. Gizmo Zord throws a shout out to the Zords. The Zord Lords, Casey represent. Whoop, whoop. To Raven Dresden, shout out to T for making green lipstick look good. Well done, T. I added the one at the end. I don't know how he would have written that.
The Gur?
Yeah, I don't.
Oh.
Because, like, Gur, if you wrote Gur, then I would have been like, Gur. Tiger. I don't know how one actually represents with characters the rolling of the R. Like an actual.
It's a shame. Tink couldn't make it out tonight. Remember that one guy that we had on there a long time ago that no one really ever thinks about? Tink. Remember Tink?
I don't.
Tink.
I don't.
There was this dude. I think it was. I think it might have been Tink or Mink. I don't know. Something like that. I don't know why his name just popped into my head, but anyway.
If he was on the show, I don't remember him being on. It must not have been very memorable.
It wasn't a memorable show. I wasn't even on the show. I don't know. I think there might have been a show he may or may not have been here. Yeah, but anyway.
So guys, Nabox, do you have any shout outs?
Yeah. Shout out to my raid group, the Altastic raid group. Shout out to my Kara dungeon team. That was a big ordeal running Karazhan. That was I'm doing it once. That was it. Not going in there again. Don't care. But also shout out to my wife Geek Chic Lisa, who's been getting into podcasting.
Nice.
She's been getting into podcasting over on Netfreaks. And I'm proud of her. She's learning all the equipment and recording software and all that kind of stuff. So it's a new thing for her. So it's kind of cool. So
that's cool.
And shout out to you guys for letting me come on and keep you guys company while Sal's out.
Dude, it's always good, man.
Traveling the world.
And Bell, how about you?
I want to give a shout out to the random friends that I made playing Heroes of the Storm. Your names, no one knows them. But you helped me, and I appreciate that. So if one of you by any chance listens to this show, thank you for helping me. Also want to give a shout out to my main man, Tink, man. Tink came out tonight. He's a busy dude, man. He's all up in the chat room tonight. So Tink, we love you, man. Got shout out to little Nug who shut up tonight. Everyone in the chat room, man. Dev, T, Giz, man, awesome guest. Just shout out to all you guys, man. You guys are fantastic people. And you make coming out here and doing this show every couple weeks worth it. So thank you very much. And yeah, Tink is still salty because of the 30-second delay in the feed. So that's it. That's all I got.
So guys, for me this week, huge shout out to Rubber Chicken Coalition for keeping that spot warm for me, for bringing me back, for carrying me, for being the awesome people that I know that y'all are. We got a bunch of people coming back, and it's really cool. It almost feels like last expansion, but then it doesn't. It's a really cool feeling. I feel like that team has only gotten better. I know there's a lot of folks in the chat room and in CTR that have been on that team at some point, and it's a whole lot of fun right now. Also, huge shout out to Turarts, who has joined me as a co-host on my podcast. Yeah. And
yes,
is making my life incredibly easy. I gave her, I put a couple things in her basket, and she's handling them wonderfully, not to mention just making my podcast sound better. So thank you for that, T. You rock. And lastly, shout out to Pat for taking some time this week and talking audio stuff with me. Thanks to Pat, there's a new microphone sitting for me under the Christmas tree at my parents' house. So thank you so much for the recommendations and the advice. I was going in the totally wrong direction, so I'm very glad that I actually sat down and had that talk with somebody that knew better than me. So yeah,
good stuff.
Guys, that is going to do it for this show. If you're listening to the show on iTunes or Stitcher or possibly Google Play, take a few moments and give us a thumbs up or write us a review and tell us how we're doing. If you're watching this on YouTube, hit the thumbs up, leave a comment, and subscribe. If you'd like to join us live, look us up on twitch.tv/convertedpodcast. Nabox, tell them how they can come on this show.
If you'd like to come on the show, just shoot an email over to convertedpodcast@gmail.com.
Woohoo!
Good stuff.
Yeah.
Guys, that is going to do it for this. Oh, our next show is going to be December 19th. our guildie and our friend, fellow BlizzCon Blizzard tour attendee, Captain Codfish. He's actually why I went on that. We'll talk about that in another place. Guys, we're always looking for new folks to come on the show, but that is going to do it this week. There's some links for stuff. Am I talking about the links? I don't know. Here's a link. Here, chat room, have a link. I'll put this in the show notes.
Oh, the well-played picks. Yeah.
Yeah.
Everyone gets a link.
There you go. There's a link for everyone. Guys, that's going to do it. Nav Bell, say bye.
Take it easy, guys.
See you
Thanks for
guys.
coming out, chat room. Love you guys.
And this is the part of the show where I remember I still haven't added the outro.